The South Sydney Rabbitohs, yes, in 2025, absolutely want to turn it around. The Messiah's back, Wayne Bennett. They got rid of the riffraff and Jason Demetriou, and the year before it was Sam Burgess. But really, they should have kept him around and got Demetriou out the door. What's happening is the debacle that the Rabbitohs have been. Can they turn it around? They only missed out on the wooden spoon by one victory. They managed to sneak through there. What's going to happen in 2025, folks? Is the Rabbitohs all their season relying around Lewis Dodd and the likes getting it done for them? Is there anyone else that's going to help? Because that is a big thing here for them. Will Campbell Graham and Latrell Mitchell stay on the field long enough to be good enough for them? Is Cody Walker over the hill, folks? Is Cody Walker ready for the retirement paddock, or can he turn it around and get himself back into New South Wales origin contention with Laurie Daly, the coach? There's a lot of contentious issues here. Positions in the team for the Rabbitohs in 2025. Can they get back to the top 8? Can they be a premiership force again? That's why Jack Wighton came to the Rabbitohs, and well, he was sorely mistaken, wasn't he? But can they turn it around? Well, you're going to find out right here, right now at Barry Charles Footy Show. Yes, I'm going to do my best 17 for the Rabbitohs. It's going to, my first selection straight away, people are going to go, what? What are you smoking? Well, anyway, my fullback is Jai Gray. I just like the way he plays. He would just get around the park, does what he needs to do. Jai Gray comes in for me. Why in front of Latrell Mitchell and then Alex Johnson? These are the backup options. Well, not backup options. Latrell Mitchell, to me, is not good enough for fullback. Doesn't have the engine to play fullback in the modern era. He is in the Inglis-like fold, but Inglis was fitter than Latrell Mitchell. And to me, I think Latrell Mitchell needs to go to centres for the sake of the Rabbitohs in terms of just the full-out attack. Yes, so putting Jai Gray a fullback, has Alex Johnson on one wing, and the other wing is Tyrone Munro. Other players they could have been looking at this sort of thing. You've got Campbell Graham as well and Jack Wighton. There are other potential wingers, centres, and my centre pairing is Latrell Mitchell and Campbell Graham. I think that's the way they need to go forward. So Jack Wighton's not in my back line for this team. He can easily slot in there. There's no doubt about it. He could easily be the winger too. I think he could potentially be a good winger instead of Tyrone Munro if you want to put him there. But I find Jack Wighton needs to be used somewhere else in this team, and I think it will be what is needed because they need an Isaiah Yeo type player. Hint on where I'm putting Jack Wighton. The halves, Cody Walker and for now Lewis Dodd. But the young Jamie Humphries from Manly is pushing forward, and Jaden Sullivan, his last chance saloon in the NRL for mine. If he does not make it here with Wayne Bennett, he'll either go to Super League or back to Park Footy. It's up to him if he can deliver. Jaden Sullivan, I'm not sure what his contract with the Tigers, if he's fully released or only released for this year. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Maybe he got a payout from the Tigers. But yes, that's going to be a big contentious point. Is Cody Walker up to it? Can he handle the rigours of the NRL anymore? We will see. Because he played outstanding a year or two ago, but last season wasn't his greatest year. Lewis Dodd, big signing from England. Can he turn up? Let's have a look at the forward pack, folks, here. The forward pack. This is where I think it starts to get a little bit itchy, titchy. It's actually not too bad, but I think they're missing an enforcer. They have an enforcer like a Sam Burgess-like player. Then I think this team would be rocking and rolling. And then the hooker position is a question mark for me. But I'm going to go with Tavita Tatola and Jai Arrow as my two props. You can also have Shaq and Sean Kepi, the potential other, and even Cameron Murray at a pinch if you want to go down that way. But yeah, to me, Tavita Tatola and Jai Arrow for me. Peter Malamuzu, sorry, I can't say his last name, but he will be the hooker. But I mean, they are really struggling in that position. That is one position, and he needs to go to another level if they want to be a premiership threat, no doubt about it. The second row, Cameron Murray moves position into the second row with Keon Kalamatangi. I think that is the way to go going forward. I just don't think Cameron Murray is much of a ball-playing 13, and I think they need a more ball-playing 13, and that's why I put Jackie Wighton at 13, folks, at the lock position. I think Jack Wighton is the player going forward for the Rabbitohs who needs to go into that position. Other players that could potentially go into that sort of field is Ewan Aitken and Josh Schuster, but they're on the bench, so it's all good. So yeah, for my bench, Savili Havili, you've got to have some other experienced hooker on the bench. I think it'll be him. Could argue Jack Wighton. Josh Schuster's going to be an interesting player. He can play a lot of positions in the back line and forward. Say with Ewan Aitken, so they got a lot of versatility there. And you need a big storyteller, Duncan. He'd be the prop. You could argue another prop needs to go in there, so the likes of Shaq and Sean Kempe are in with chances of making this squad going forward. So with Jacob Host, obviously missing out Jayden Sullivan, so Jamie Humphries in the future. But yeah, it's interesting. What do we? Will Josh Schuster come back to his best? Only a 1 year contract. Question marks over his commitment. We will see what sort of commitment. We know Anthony Milford didn't seem to bring that commitment, and he's gone. Will Josh Schuster bring it? Keon Kalamatangi, will he continue to raise his level and stay in origin contention? We will see. And Wayne Bennett, he is the master, but is the master running out of puff? Hasn't been at the promised land since the Dragons. Hasn't won a comp since then. He's gone close a few times, but not enough. He lost with the Broncos. He lost with the Rabbitohs. So his inkling would be to win another premiership here with the Rabbitohs. That's why he's come back here. The unfinished business with the Rabbitohs. Yeah, so what do I see the future here for the Rabbitohs fix? What do I see with them in chances of top 8? Yeah, well, the Russell Crowe stuff, it might not be helping the cause. Russell Crowe, is he potentially going out the door maybe? He's looking to sell potentially. That could be a hazard. To me, it's going to come down to Latrell and Cody Walker. Really, do they want to play football or do they want to muck around? Because if they play consistent football, no doubt in my mind, they're one of the best attacking teams in the comp. And you put Jack Wighton there, Campbell Graham defensively, and Alex Johnson try-scoring machine. Yeah, probably just depends on the forward pick. It's a good starting forward pick, but it seems to dwindle away a little bit, so they need the likes of Tallis Duncan, the Sean Kepes and the likes to go to another level. They've got enough of the solid players like the Aikens and the Cameron Murrays in the team that'll do the hard yards for them, but they just need a bit of work from some of the other ones that do the prop position is a big one, and obviously hooker is the contentious one for the Rabbitohs. To me, it's a potential top 8 team. Win the comp, I think hooker is going to cost them big time, potentially in the 7, Lewis Dodd. Obviously, he's got to play out of his skin too. Yeah, for me, I'm not sold. I mean, I'm doing this now. I haven't picked my top 8 yet, but they may not make it. I'm not sure. You'll have to find out when I do make my selections, because I'm going to look at all the teams on this. But yeah, for me, the Rabbitohs will definitely improve. But premiership-wise, I can't see it. I really can't see it unless Lewis Dodd and Peter absolutely go bonkers with Cody Walker and Latrell Mitchell doing their thing. But yeah, if Latrell Mitchell's their fullback, then Jack Wighton can go into the centres here. This is not really a problem there. You could argue they're stronger. But yeah, it's just interesting to see how this team goes and what Wayne Bennett does. But they're definitely a team on the improve in 2025. That is for sure.